guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are we're following a video recreating Jaclyn Hill's recent makeup look back here on YouTube. Stay tuned for the finished result. So guys, we are following one of Jaclyn Hill's current makeup routine. I saw it and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a really good routine, so let's watch it.
Wait. No, for old time's sakes, I gotta do the old school YouTube intro. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm gonna be doing an old school makeup tutorial. That's right, girl. I'm literally just gonna be teaching makeup from beginning to end, every single step of the way with my current favorite products. We're gonna be talking a lot about complexion, how to get that flawless base, as always, because that's what everybody wants, no matter what age. And you're babbling again. I have a headache. Does anyone have Advil? I have not gotten this many compliments on my makeup look in a very long time. The girlies are very attracted to the makeup look that I've been wearing recently, and it's very different for me because I'm not going to put anything in my lower lash line. It's so weird. It's very feminine, but it's also full coverage, and it's also super easy to do, so it's going to be easy to follow along. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. I deeply apologize if you guys can hear any construction work happening. We're redoing our entire backyard right now, and it's just noisy every single day. And I wanted to film a YouTube video, so you're just gonna have to get over it. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're doing it. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to be here. Love you guys. Okay, make sure your skin is cleansed, and we are going to prime the face. As of right now, I have a full skincare routine on.
Right, I have full skincare on. I've cleansed my face. I put on my braid products. Now I'm going to use, I don't know whether to use this. Let me see if I've got another primer. I don't have another primer to use, but what I'm going to use is grip primer. I'm going to go on like so, but she doesn't use any primers, pore filling primers, which I do need, so we're just going to pop this in, rub this in, and because I've upgraded my skincare, I want to see what this feels like when I've basically done my skincare as well, which I've never put makeup on with my new skincare. So I thought to myself, oh, whoa, is this going to be alright? Is this going to be okay? I don't know. I'm so sweaty at top though, that's the thing with the summer. I get really sweaty. Plus I've got lights. I want to rub my face, it gets red anyway, so don't worry about that. I've already done my brows because I like my brows in a certain way. Jaclyn's is very natural. I've got my primer on, so let's see what she does next.
Okay, I cleansed my face, I did toner, I did serums, I did moisturizer, and now I'm going to prep my face with this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I believe that's what it is. Yes, e.l.f. Power Grip Primer right here. This is still one of my favorite primers ever. It's like $6. I get it on Amazon, and it's just got the best grip ever. Like, it's just so damn good. I suggest pressing this product into your skin and not rubbing it. I just think that it activates the tackiness a little bit more, and you'll just be happier with it overall. I need you to understand the grippiness. I want to see a campaign of a billboard that just has these stuck all over someone's face, because like that's the best ad. You guys are gonna be shocked because my routine has changed so much, okay? So
that actually works. If you press it down, it gives it a little bit more tackiness, which I can feel that. That is weird. That's a good hair, Jaclyn. I'm gonna use that.
First things first, we're actually gonna go with concealer. I know, what? Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna grab the NARS Pot Concealer. If you guys do not have this concealer, I don't know what to tell you. It's one of my most used, most favorite makeup products. I use it every single time I do my makeup, and even if I'm not doing my makeup, I usually use this on a typical day. I'm gonna mix the shades Vanilla and...
I'm sorry, Jaclyn, I don't have that product. I'm gonna use a liquid thing. It probably won't work the same way. But she puts on any spots that she has. Me using this skincare, I don't have many. She still has some down here, which is a bit of a pain. But her thing is a dry application, where mine is not. And more clearer spots on my forehead, actually. Let me just pop a little bit of redness. Okay, that's what I've done so far, so let's see what she does next. So concealer's all on where I need it. What's your next, Jaclyn?
Custard together, because you don't want the shade to be too light or too dark. And I kind of have to make my perfect color for my face. And what I'm going to do is just cover up any blemishes, any discoloration spots, any redness. I still am working on healing some of these old acne spots. So I'm going to go ahead and cover that up with just a little bit of that product and let it sit right now. And then just my chin in general. Okay, I lowered the camera a little bit so you're more like direct on with me. I feel like you can see what I'm doing even better. So while I let that concealer sit on those spots and dry, I'm going to do my eyebrows. I know, you guys, this routine is so weird.
I haven't done my brows because I didn't realize I was going to film something like this, so instead of taking them off, I thought I'd just leave them.
It's so different, but it's so good. I actually learned this spot concealer trick from Michaela, and I am so grateful for it because it works so well. Now I'm going to go in with the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. That is a tongue twister. It's like the fat angled one. I love it because it just works so quickly, and this is in the shade 2 2.75, which is like a warmer auburn shade to match my hair. I've thought about dyeing my eyebrows like a slight auburn shade. I just haven't done it, but I think I'm going to because it just looks so much better. So all I'm doing right now is literally just like sloppily filling in my brows with this pencil. I think this is the most sloppy eyebrow routine I've ever had, but the end result is so damn good, and I've never gotten this many compliments on my eyebrows in my entire life, which is amazing because this is the easiest eyebrow routine I've ever had. Look at the difference between those two brows. Okay, so now that I have them filled in, I'm just going to brush them up with that spoolie. Then I'm going to grab my Rare Beauty brow gel. I'm going to set them into place. So I brush the front of them up because I do have like a natural cowlick.
Okay, that's basically what I do. I fill them in and then I do put brow gel. But before I put eyebrow gel on the ease, I will actually go in with a pen, eyebrow pen, and just get some strokes in there.
Which I've always hated, but I've learned to like it the older that I get. But like the front of my brows naturally stands straight up like weeds growing in the grass. So I just kind of go with that. I brush that up, and then as I go out, I just kind of brush to the side at an angle and then downward. And then I personally give it like a little press because I want those brow hairs to stay in place. I have really fine hair and my eyebrows will just go like me if I don't press them into place. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to slightly run it over like this to shape my eyebrows and put them into place. Then I grab a Q-tip and I run that Q-tip along the top and make sure that we don't have any of that excess brow product hanging out up there because it will end up getting in the way with our forehead makeup. And as you can see, there is product on the Q-tip right there. And we like perfectionism, so we're just gonna go ahead and clean that up. Okay, I'm gonna grab the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I think that this is probably best concealer out there. Honestly, if I had to pick one, I think that this is my number one of all time. It's just so damn good. I use it for everything. I'm going to use the shade Drift, and I'm going to grab it on a little precision brush. This is a painted brush. This is the J2 brush. You want something small and precise like that. And then what I'm going to do is it's really hard to talk while I'm doing this, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to just make a line and carve that brow out. And at this point, you can decide what brow shape you want. If you want to give yourself more of an arch or more of a straight brow, you make that decision while you're carving it out with concealer. Oh my gosh, I love doing makeup. And then I just grab a buffer brush and buff that concealer into the eyelid so that we don't have any harsh lines. Look at the difference in my brows right now. Like, are you joking? As you can see, it's literally so easy. I fill in my brows, I glue them down, I carve them out, and that's it. It's the easiest.
Oh, I swear. Oh, that looks nice. I used to do this. I used to carve them out a lot, but since learning more tips and tricks about makeup, don't carve them out anymore, which I should because that is really nice. And just get a little butter brush and just, oh my god, that is so pretty. That, I'm going to start doing that. That is cool. Thank Jaclyn. Because normally people don't do this. They just do that and then put eyeshadow on. But that is absolutely, they look so good. They look good.
Brow routine I've ever had. Complexion time! Okay, for complexion, we are obviously already primed and we have spot concealed these areas that are now totally dry because we let that concealer sit on there for like 5+ minutes while doing our brows. So now it's time to go in with a foundation. I'm going to go in with the House Labs foundation. This has been my favorite foundation for the last 2 months running. I actually haven't even touched other foundation for the last 2 months because I'm so obsessed with it. It is so beautiful, so skin-like. It's a medium coverage.
She uses that. I'm going to use the KVD foundation, the Good Apple Sim foundation. I absolutely like this, so let's see what we do.
It's buildable. It's just, it doesn't crease and fine lines. It's just, oh my god, this foundation is amazing. I am such a bougie bitch. I do mix 3 different shades to get my perfect shade. I know, guys, I know. Some is just too light, some are just too dark. Just, I need it all, okay? I need it all. See, it's like mad scientist. I'm telling you, if you're like in order for a cosmetic line to actually give every single person their shade, you would have to have like 200 different shades, which is why I've never touched complexion with Jaclyn Cosmetics because I'm just too much of a perfectionist. It's so difficult to actually shade match everyone's unique individual skin tone properly. Let me just make sure that this is the shade I want. Yes, it sure as is. Okay, so since we've spot concealed, I'm actually gonna use less than I typically would. Less than I typically did in the past, okay? I am gonna give the skin coverage, but I am not going to go overboard because I still have to do concealer and powder. So I'm going to use this almost as a tinted moisturizer and call it a day. Like right there. That's all I'm gonna do, okay? Because I've realized that if you really want your skin to look absolutely gorgeous in the end, you have to do like medium coverage on everything. Full coverage. It can kind of age you actually at times. And it can just make the skin look a little crepey. So we're gonna do more of like a medium coverage all over the face. Girl, my jawline is back. What the It like came out of nowhere. I woke up one morning and I was like, oh, my jawline is back. You guys, I did not have a jawline there for a minute. May I remind you? The jawline disappeared for a minute. Also, the sponge that I am using is not a beauty blender. It's a Paw Paw. You get a pack of them on Amazon. I think you get like 10 of them for $10. And they are amazing. Like the best beauty sponges ever. And then you don't have to be sad about replacing them. I replace mine for sanitary reasons like every 2 or 3 weeks because it's just so inexpensive. Something that I've learned about myself recently is that I actually enjoy doing makeup more than I like wearing makeup. Like I actually look really forward to washing my face. I feel like I'm more productive when I have no makeup on, as odd as that sounds. I feel like I'm more confident with makeup on. Like if I know I have to have a difficult conversation with somebody, even if it's over the phone, I want to have on a full face of makeup because I genuinely feel just like it brings me into my power. I love wearing makeup for certain reasons, but there is something about applying it that is so therapeutic. Like girl, when I can sit down and apply my makeup for like an hour and a half, no interruptions, watching a show, drinking an energy drink or a mocktail, oh my God, like I'm living. It's such therapy, I swear. Okay, so we did the brows, so make sure you switch over to that pointed side of your beauty sponge and get semi-close to those brows so that it all looks blended together and we don't have any harsh lines. I swear, one day I'm still gonna write a book. It's still gonna be called No Harsh Lines. All done. I still have foundation left that I will wipe off my hand. You guys have also been rocking the pale skin recently. Not like that's groundbreaking information or anything, but I feel like I'm just kind of getting more comfortable in my skin and not feeling the need to spray tan as often. Okay, my favorite part. I don't know what it is. Like this is just my favorite part of my makeup routine is going in with concealer. I'm using the Hourglass Vanish Concealer in the shade Drift. I believe this is one of their newer shades. And I'm going to put a little bit there, a little bit there, and then I'm going to let it set. This is something you can obviously do only when you have the time, but bitch, the time. There's nowhere to go. No one needs me. I'm not running businesses. Life is good. So I'm going to just go ahead, make these marks, and then leave it sitting there for honestly like 3 or 4 minutes because it's just going to make it so much more full coverage and make it set beautifully. I always put a little bit on my chin because I tend to crease on my chin and I still have like some acne scars, if you will, on my chin. They're definitely not acne scars, but you know what I mean. And then a little line on my nose too, because I like extra coverage on my nose. Again, we are just working in layers. You don't want to do like full coverage foundation and then go in with powder, full coverage powder. Like it just can become too much. So like medium coverage layers, like a cake. I love deleting reels because the engagement just sucks ass. Like just absolutely blows ass. Like goodbye. And it was so nice. I forgot that you existed. It isn't love, it isn't hate, it's just indifference.
Okay, so basically I've used 2 shades of concealer, so SF1W and SF2.5W. The shade I've got in the Good Apple foundation is the shade Tan 057. So we're just doing what we did. I did take 2. One for normal, one for pink. She didn't do her forehead.
Bitch, I don't have time. Hurry up. So now that it's been a few minutes, taking the same sponge, of course.
Dry this as we can. She has a fan. I have something like a cardboard. I have, what do you know, Morphe Jaclyn Hill the Master Collection, the brush collection. So we're just going to go here. So let's go for it now.
And then just blending that out as normal. Letting it sit is going to make such a big difference. You have no clue. Once you let your concealer sit, specifically the Hourglass one, you'll never ever want to go back to just applying it and blending it out immediately ever again. It sets like right now, it's like such full coverage and it's so much more matte. It doesn't crease into your fine lines. It doesn't move. It just gives your concealer so much longevity. Like, I don't know if the camera is genuinely picking up just how amazing that blended out. Okay, so now you can see I am full coverage. I did layers to achieve full coverage, but still I can actually see my skin. Like, I have little freckles down here. I can see my freckles. I can see my sunspot. I can see this freckle up here. So it's like, yes, I have full coverage, but I can still see skin, and that's exactly where I want to be. Okay, next step, I'm going to bronze. I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. I actually recently added this to my collection, maybe like...
Okay, I do like the hat. I just wish I had more in the center. Other than that, I do look very full coverage. Now she's going with a stick. I'm going to go in with the Jordana T-shirt bronzer. I love this bronzer so much. It is gorgeous. It's a duo bronzer. It's in the shade Honey Glow. I use this one just to be a little bit more bronzed though, because I want to be that bitch that's a bit more bronzed. I was going to go with this, but I'm going to go with this one. This is the Jaclyn Hill JH08 brush.
3 weeks ago, and I'm really, really liking it. But whatever bronzer stick you have will work. This is what I suggest. Put a stripe on your face, something like that. You know, nothing less, nothing more. But then you're not going to want to just go in with a clean brush and blend that out. Also pick some of it up on your brush. It's going to blend out so much better. I personally like a little stripe on my face though, because if I just do this and not the stripe on my face, I feel like it tends to break up the base that you have on. As you can see, I put that stripe higher on my cheekbone, okay? We're not putting a stripe down here. I know that you want the color to primarily be down in this area, but that's not where you originally place it because we have to blend it out. So as you're blending it out, that color is going to come down like an entire inch on your face. That's why I put it up higher to begin with, because girls, honestly, your cream bronzer can make or break your face, and I feel like that's why it's kind of like an intimidating step, but it's really as simple as placing that initial higher up on the cheekbone. You do not want that color to come down in this area. It's going to widen the face and it's going to end up looking blotchy. I put that all the way up to underneath of my eye area slightly, not initially, but as I'm blending out, because it's just going to help everything come together in the end. Now, if you do end up accidentally bringing that color too low, it's an easy fix. Grab some concealer, a tiny bit, you guys. I'm talking like so teeny, like you'll like do like a line like this, and then you'll take that line, you'll blend it out with your sponge, and you'll kind of work up. That way you can fix that right there and not have a muddy looking mess on your lower cheek. You see what I'm saying? Okay, now for the forehead, I'm gonna do one line across the entire thing. Same thing, pick it up with the brush and blend it out. I really, really need to shave my forehead, and I forgot. So it might be a little blotchy today. It's so random, but it's just like a little beauty tip that I personally use, but I've never talked about. My forehead has little tiny peach fuzzes all over it. And if I do not shave my forehead with a little razor, the blend and the bronzer does not look as good. So I try to shave my forehead like twice a month just for my makeup to look better. And I have new growth up in here, and I feel like it might be the new shampoo that I'm using, because I have like a ton of like dark hairs right here coming in, which is very exciting, but it's also getting in the way of my makeup blend. And so I'm like, what do I do? Like, I can't shave them. Like, I want growth there, but also they're like not with the rest of my hairline. I don't know how to explain it. Now it's time for blush. I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. These are her new stick blushes. This is the Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Stick right here. I'm using the shade Rosy Glow. I love.
Okay, I do like the bronzer. The bronzer is giving. That is just looks really nice.
This formula. And this shade is so pretty. So I'm going to just put this right there.
Okay, I don't have something like that, but I have this. This is the Real Lost Cosmetics Heart to Heart Blush. And we've got the shade Bubblegum, so we're going to use Bubblegum.
Around the eye area, taking the exact same brush that I've been using for my bronzer. And then I'm going to blend that out. So as you can see, this blush placement is very specific. It's one of the things that makes this makeup look that I've been wearing for the last couple of weeks so different.
We're going to build this up because hers is kind of bright, mine's kind of not. So we're going to build it up.
It's like, oh my God, your cheeks, your blush. And I swear it's because I'm not wearing blush in here anymore. Like, I am totally neglecting the apples of my cheeks, and I'm keeping the blush wrapped around my eye and my eyebrow out on the outer corner. Blend that in to bronzer. I'm gonna grab my beauty sponge and I'm gonna go over this inner area right here.
Okay, that is kind of crazy. And then she goes into a beauty sponge and goes into this area right here. I'm literally not putting anything onto the apples. I'm just keeping it around over here, which is something that I'm not good at doing. But it looks beautiful. Let's put it onto the other side of the face as well. Okay, oh my god, this is gonna be something. Just on the outer corner and underneath the eye, and just go there. And then once it's blended, just blend it down. Okay, this is kind of, it's really pretty.
Just to make sure that we don't have any creasing before I set with powder, and also kind of diffuse that cream blush because I don't want this area to be super blushy. Okay, now it's time to set. And let me just say right here, I'm gonna be pissing and moaning about this.
Blend out the creases. This is gonna make or break. I'm just copying what she's done.
Honestly, for probably the next year or so, so just strap in. I'm still so upset that Givenchy reformulated this under eye setting powder, the Prism Libre, and now it's just glowy. It's literally like face highlight. I know that they eliminated the talc. I don't care. I want the talc back. This is the best under eye setting powder to exist. Point blank, period. I have 2 of them left, and I'm like, well, what am I gonna do when they run out? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch over to Kimchi Beauty right here. This is the second best thing in my opinion. The colors are really beautiful. They've got a pink one, they've got a translucent one, they've got a yellow one. Great, great shades, and they don't make my under eye dry. So many of these brands, my under eye is so damn dry, I cannot handle.
Jaclyn, if you ever come across the video, you need to get on to Jordan T-shirt Cosmetics. Her powders, especially these ones. These are the Jordan T-shirt Cosmetics. I've gotten the shade Half Baked, but she does like other shades, and these ones are the best. The loose powder, it's like a filter on your face.
Handle it. But I'm pissed. I always use the Sephora puff. You know that I'm an Amazon girly for life, but when it comes to these puffs, I don't care about the dupes. This one is where it's at. This Sephora one, it's worth the money. It's worth everything. I'm so sorry, you guys. I just realized my mirror is blocking everything. This puff is where it is at. Just trust and believe. Whatever product I'm using, I pick it up like this, and then I pat it in my hand so that it looks a little bit more like that on the sponge. Then just go ahead and tap it in all along the entire cheek, entire under eye, all the way up to the nose. There's no place that you have to be afraid of putting this powder. It can go anywhere. So just pat that all over the place. Yes, girl. God, I love getting mattified. It's so funny because I make myself super, super dewy like I am right now, and then I mattify the shit out of myself, and then I go back in with my setting routine and my highlights, and then I glow myself back up. It's a process, but the end result is very pretty. You want to know like a random little inside secret? When I was contemplating shutting down Jaclyn Cosmetics, because it took me a long time to make this decision. I was thinking about it for probably like a year. I was like going back and forth playing with this idea. I ended up finding out that there were new regulations on certain ingredients in other countries, and I was going to have to reformulate my liquid lips. And I was like, shut it down. When I found that out, I was like, oh, no. I was going to have to reformulate my liquid lips and my lip liner. And I was like, no, ma'am. That is just not, that's what's not going to happen. And the idea of that just killed me so much. For the face, I've got a new powder that I'm in love with. And it's so random. Out of all powders out there in the industry, it's Chanel. Like, I don't know why. It's just like surprising to me. Like, Chanel, really? Of all the powders? But just trust me, it is so gorgeous. Same exact thing. I use the same powder puff on my hand. It almost smells like a fragrant diaper, but it is worth it. So I just do a little bit and set my entire face with this powder. Any translucent powder that you love will do, but to achieve this makeup look, you do have to set your face with a translucent powder right now. I go over my lips a little bit, a little lip line. I like the way my liner applies better, and it makes it last longer. Mattify that beak, honey. Girl, I am matte. There's something about having my face completely set like this. I just feel like so secure, and I'm like, okay, now she's ready. I'm going to set my eyes. I use my beauty sponge just to make sure that there's no creasing, which is just inevitable because I had concealer on my eyelids. And then I take the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Powder. I'm using the shade 1. And then I'm just going to pat this all over my lids. You guys know that this is how I have prepped my eyelids for makeup my entire life. Concealer and powder. I think it's the best primer ever. Isn't that crazy? I never once gave in to like the Urban Decay primer potion. I never once was all about that like eye prepping moment. I've always just used concealer and powder. I feel like it's just so good. Okay.
A Charlotte Tilbury thing. I'm going to go in with the Jordan t-shirt up top. Take a brush. And then she goes over her whole lid with the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to use this. Oh my god. I mean, this is just crazy how much she wants to make her eyes matte. She's like, honey, give me matte eyes. Wow, I'm really, really matte. This is crazy how matte my face is and everywhere is. Okay, do you expect to be this matte?
She's mattified. Okay, next, my bronzer routine. This is actually quite a strange routine if I do say so myself, but it's just what works for me, okay? I take the House Labs. This is the reformulated bronzer. This is in the shade Soleil Sand Fair. I'm gonna pick that up on a BK Beauty brush. This is one of my fave brushes. This is the 111. And then I'm going to just take that light shade, put that up in this area. This is just going to set everything even more, give a little bit more dimension to the face. I personally don't want to just do creams and powder and then move on. Like, I like to set everything with a little bit more dimension. It's not much, but it makes a difference. Okay, so this is where it gets a little weird, but you just gotta trust.
She didn't highlight the forehead, which I'm like, why not, girl? Why not highlight the forehead? Hey, bronzer's done. What should I do next?
The process, because it just brings life to the face. This Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer. This is the Radiant Bronze Light right here. Yes, it has shimmer in it. I am not a shimmery bronzy girl, but there's something about it. It's just good. So I take this and I put it on the high points, down.
Oh ho ho! Glad I got my Rachel Leary shimmery bronzer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Towards the nose. Okay. Then I take it, no rhyme or reason. Like, we are literally just putting this kind of everywhere. And there's something about it that's just so summery. Like, can you see how it just adds like a little life to the cheeks? Like, are you picking that up on camera? Oh, it's so yummy.
She did the Rachel Leary technique.
I've completely changed the way that I've done my nose contour, and you guys have clocked the hell out of me. Oh my gosh, on my Instagram, I get DMs asking if I've had a nose job, if I've had a rhinoplasty. I have had so many comments from you guys being like, what are you doing to your nose recently? It looks so different. I've completely changed my nose contour. So this is what I do. I take this bronzer and I go like this all over the tip of my nose, side, everywhere. As you can see, no rhyme or reason, right? And I just kind of build it up, give myself a little shiny bronzed tip. This is my favorite routine that I've ever had for my nose contour, actually. Like, I love it. Then I take Hoola bronzer just because it's such a matte neutral shade, but any matte neutral shade would work. And girl, I'm still using this Morphe brush. It's just like one of those almost like artiste type makeup brush dupes. This is the M6. I can almost promise they probably don't sell it anymore. And I dip it into that, and then I make a line on the right and on the left, following up the bronzer on the tip of my nose. And that is my new nose contour. I leave the line in the center almost microscopic, like the white line in the center of my nose, teeny tiny. And then I kind of take that line inward. I'm like covering up the tip of my nose almost. So I want it to be like a brown ball with two lines that go up. And then we just blend that out. And this is a brush that I made with Morphe back in the day, specifically for nose contour. And you'll have to pry this out of my cold, dead hands at the end of my life because it's still one of my favorite brushes ever. Imagine me in the casket just... I don't know why that makes me laugh so hard. Okay, I'm taking the Huda Beauty Glowish Powder. I feel like you can only get this on their website and not on Sephora, which is a tragedy because it's such a beautiful powder. It comes in like 4 different shades, I think, and it has just a tiny, tiny bit of sheen to it. It reminds me of my Jaclyn Cosmetics loose powder that was the Mood Light, and it just has like such a...
I don't think I have that, but I can work around it. What I can do, this is where it's going to get tricky for me because I don't know. I'm going to use my powder. See, because this is a brightening powder. I don't have any shimmer in it.
Glow in it. And so I make a little line down my nose with that powder. And then I also put a little dot on the tip like that, just to emphasize the nose contour. Yes, honey. This face is going to be beat. I live.
Okay, I'm just going to go down here just to pop it down here as well to emphasize that nose contour. Okay, I've done what I can do. Let me just go in with this and just really feather it on here. Okay, I've done the best, but it's not like the great. So she takes a pink and coral I did have, oh, I have a coral. I have a coral. This is Warm Flush. Yeah, that's great. And we have the pink one. She takes two. Let's see what she does with them.
Okay, so now for blush, I'm actually gonna mix a pink and a coral. Let me show you what I'm not gonna do. For this look, I am not going to use a pink like this. I wanna show you the difference of what I'm doing and I'm not doing, okay? See this pink right here? This is more of like a corally muted pink, although it has pigment. And this is a very bright Barbie cool tone purpley pink. In this look, I specifically and personally, I'm not going to use anything lavender based. I don't want it to look like that fake blush, which I love that look, but there's a time and a place. And for me, it's not what I've been wearing recently with this vibe. I want to go with something that's a little bit more muted and almost a little bit more natural looking. LOL. I know there's nothing natural about this look. I'm going to mix it a little bit with this coral just because I feel like it. These are both by House Labs. This is Hibiscus Haze and this is Pomelo Peach. And I'm literally going to go like this. And like this, and like this. That's it, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm going to touch it literally only on this outer area, actually onto the eyelid, and right here. Your hand is naturally gonna wanna go, don't. This is a concentrated blush look right here. Wrapped around. Y'all have been going crazy over my blush recently, and this is exactly how I'm doing it. It just brings so much attention to the eyes. It lifts the face, and it just feels so feminine and girly and just like bouncy and playful. But we're not done. I'm also going to show you something else that I do to even emphasize it more. So for the moment, I'm going to move on to my eyes.
That looks pretty. I like that. So let's just go again with all the colours that I'm using. Okay, around the eye and in the outer corner of the eye. This is something that I've never done before, but it looks gorgeous. I'm just going to play with two. That actually looks so freaking pretty. I don't know why that does, but it looks so freaking pretty. That looks really pretty. That looks very feminine and girly. I'm just building it up so I can just, you know, do the same as her.
The eyes are going to be so insanely simple, like it's a little ridiculous how simple they are. This is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension 3 matte eyeshadow palette right here. I'm going to go in with these two shades on a fluffy brush. I'm putting that just in the outer corner of the eye, blending it inward, blending it up towards the brow, just kind of everywhere. We're just using this shade to contour the eyelid and blend it in with our...
I'm going to use them two shades at the top. See what we have got.
Blush. We do not want a lot of this, otherwise it's going to take away from the look. So now that I have that there.
Just bear with me, Jack. It has a little bit pinky, which I'm actually really happy about. Go up to the brows. Okay, yeah, that's pretty. That's actually really simple. I do like that. That's really simple. Right, now what you do?
I'm also going to grab a little bit of that blush that we used on our cheeks and go right over top of it and blend it in. Up to the brow, down onto the cheek. Like that, just a tiny bit so that that area comes together. Can you see the difference between this eye and the way I took that color up and this eye and the way I didn't? There's like such a clear separation here. And this one, it all comes together. They got married. Okay, grabbing a flat eyeshadow brush. This is a Makeup by Ario times Morphe collab right here.
Bear with me, girl. I'm still going to do this blush thing. Just grab a brush just to basically pop a little bit there more out as well. Okay, this actually looks really cute and feminine and looks so cute. It looks really cute. That looks cute. What you do next?
I'm going to go in with my Morphe palette that I still can't put down. I think we launched this at this point like 8 or 9 years ago, and I still can't put this damn palette down to save my life. Okay, I'm going to go in with the shades Little Lady and Faint. Basically just like a combination of a rose gold and kind of like a pale vanilla is what I'm looking for. Not to sound like a raging narcissist, but I genuinely have not found a palette with eyeshadow colors that have this formula that I'm looking for. I feel like they're all so chunky now. I feel like a lot of brands want their shimmers to be so pigmented because for so long that's what we were demanding. Like, do you remember the days of like the swatching and being like, the pigment? Like, I feel like now they're all so creamy and so chunky that I can't just achieve this. And that's why I keep going back to this damn original palette. I actually bring that shadow way past the crease of my eye. So what I mean by that is like, typically I would just bring it right here, but instead I bring it all the way up here because when I move and I turn, I want you to see that shimmer up in this area. One thing about me, and you guys know this by now, I'm never gonna not highlight my brow bone. It's just criminal. I'm going to take that Huda Beauty powder that I used before on my nose, and I'm going to put this directly underneath of the brow bone for just like a little minimal highlight, because this powder is not intense, it's not blinding, but it gives exactly what it needs to give. Okay, grabbing the Patrick Ta palette again, I'm going to take this super deep burgundy shade and also a little bit of this brown. Whoa! Mix them together on a little precision brush, and then I'm going to just press that into my lash line. This isn't even for eyeliner, this is literally just to give dimension to this look, because the bottom of our lashes are going to be so blank, so I just want to give this like a little bit of interesting something to kind of smoke that out.
It's cute. It's getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere cute. Okay, then she does eyelash color, which is what I need for sure.
Now I'm going to curl my lashes, throw on some mascara, and a false lash. By the way, this Tweezerman lash curler I got on Amazon. Best lash curler I've ever used in my entire life, I think. Like, it's actually insane how well this curls and how well it holds a curl.
Eyelash color. Hopefully we're not finished yet. Even the look looks so cute.
Please just look at the difference that a lash makes.
By the way, this Tweezerman lash curler.
Like, are you joking?
Pretty. So let's do my mascara and a lash. Let's put some lashes on ourselves, shall we? Yeah, I know exactly what lashes I'm putting on because I got them already. They are from Lulabelle Lashes. If you can hear wind and the curtains going, it's because I've got all the window open, and yes, I wanted it open. I hate this thing would. Cute! Oh, these are cute. These are cute. Should I wear these more often? They're cute.
Okay, I am going in with 34th Street by Lily Lashes. This is one of my favorite lashes. It stands the test of time. I think it is so beautiful on so many different eye shapes. It complements so many different looks. If I could go back in time, I would wear this lash on my wedding day. Look down into your mirror. It makes it so much easier. Pop it on. If you have long nails like me, grab a little tweezer. Be so careful, you guys. You're by your eyes. Life would suck without your eyesight. After you have that lash on, just to make things look perfect, take some black mascara, go over your natural and your fake. Do not bring this mascara to the tip of your fake lashes. If you bring the mascara all the way up to the tip, it's just going to emphasize them in a really negative way. It's going to make them look spidery. It's going to make them look very, very obviously fake. You want them to stay nice and fluffy, and you'll also be able to reuse them a lot more times. But down at like the tip of the lashes, just make sure you marry your natural lash with your fake ones. Be so careful not to poke yourself in the eye. This whole time I'm looking downward into my mirror. That way I can really see everything so well. Then take a black eyeliner. I like the Rare Beauty black liner. I believe this is waterproof, which is why it works so well for this. Put this on your waterline up on top. I know it's a weird feeling. You'll get used to it, but the difference that it makes in person for how your lashes look is tremendous. For the lower lash line, this is so weird for me, and I know for my girls who've been watching me do makeup for years and years, you know I always do a lower lash line. Mascara minimum, but not with this look. So instead we're gonna go back with that Pomelo Peach blush. That's what this is called, right? Yeah, Pomelo Peach, and a fluffy brush. And what we're going to do is put that on the outer corner of the lash, wrap it up, only outer corner, down into the blush. That's all we're doing. This is just going to marry everything together and look so summery and fresh. Let that blush dance on your cheeks. MAC really did the big one when they deleted Studio Fix powder. I don't know how to live without this powder because I eliminated my under eye setting powders from Jaclyn Cosmetics and I switched over to Studio Fix because I love the formula so much, and then they changed the formula and I'm like, listen, if you brands don't get it together, I don't care about the talc. I want the talc. I need the talc. This is what makes it special. It's amazing. I always take this product. This is like a lighter shade than my skin, clearly, on the fluffy brush, and to finish off my face, I always take this and I set it right here, like that. And then I blend that out. And it just gives the most perfect under eye angelic look. And I don't feel like there's any other powder that does it the same. Honestly, if you guys know a powder that can replace Studio Fix, let a hoe know, but I don't think it can. Now, if you're going to an event or if this is your wedding day, I would take some sort of powder, okay? This is the Studio Fix again, which they did reformulate it. You could use the reformulated one. something like Charlotte Tilbury airbrush, but we want something with even maybe a little bit more pigment than this. But what you would do is you would just set like key areas of your face, like smile lines, so that nothing sets throughout your special day. If this is just any other day and you don't care, that's fine. You can skip this. But if you want to look like absolutely perfect, this is a step that I would not skip. I'm also going to take a little bit of what's left on my blush brush and put it on the tip of my nose. Not for like an intense blush effect, but a little. So cutie. I go back and forth with my lip color, and today I want to do something pinky, so I'm gonna grab the One Size lip liner in shade Out of Line. No, actually I'm gonna go in with Mario lip liner in the shade Lauren. Oh, you guys are gonna hate me, but I still use my Jaclyn Cosmetics liquid lips all the time.
I'm gonna hate Jaclyn because I'm gonna use that shit. Let's get a lip liner now. Bring my mirror closer because I can't do this with the mirror far away. Yeah, this is the colour I need. I'm not going to be unhappy, Jaclyn, because I'm going to use your lip.
I'm trying to think about what I can use as a replacement today because I use them all the time. Okay, I'm going to use the Anastasia Lip Velvets in the shade Pink Sand. Oh my god, no, that is not, no, abort. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill in my lips entirely with the lip liner. Then I'm going to grab the shade Myth by MAC. I'm going to put that all over the center. Then I'm going to grab Baddie B Gloss in the shade Bombshell. And I'm going to...
Jaclyn Hill Empowered, so let's go. That's fucking pretty. I'm going to use mine, but two things. That's hella pretty. Jaclyn Hill, why did you get rid of these? This is pretty. This is fucking pretty.
Gloss her up. Period. There is our lip combo.
She said she does them with a gloss, but I feel like with a gloss with this, you don't need it. Just gonna use Kisses, just. And what she use on.
Finishing touches. I'm gonna go in with the Kosas blush in the shade Adrenaline. I think that's what it's called. And I'm going to take that and put it right there because I want a little glow.
She wants a little glow. I could just use the same thing that I have got here. This
is not necessary, you guys, but I am choosing to do so. Just all up in there. Can you see the glow that she is giving? This is so not necessary, but this is a step that I will do sometimes. I will literally just grab a dark brown eyeshadow, and then I will take that eyeshadow and create, making sure you can see me, create the tiniest little wing.
Okay, we're gonna have to do it. Come on, we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to bite the bullet and do it. A dark brown and do a wing. That's fine with me, Jack. You're completely fine with me.
It is a small thing, but it does give effect. It's so dainty that you don't even really think like, oh, she's wearing a wing liner or a cat eye or anything.
The tiniest liner. So tiny.
Like that, but it just gives like a nice little feminine effect to the eye.
The tiniest wing of the is cute. This look.
Okay guys, here's the deal. I know that we have entered the end, but this is actually one of the most important parts, if not the most important step, and that is setting your makeup. I wanted to film an entire TikTok on this because setting your makeup is so crucial and so key to how it's gonna look through the rest of the day. For me personally, yes, it looks good right now, but it does not look finished to me until I do my setting process. First things first, I'm gonna go in with my iconic London setting spray. This has a little bit of shimmer in it, but not much. Shake it really, really good, and then I'm gonna spray it like 4 sprays. I didn't get the center, so I'm gonna go. Good. So now, I'm not gonna move much because I don't want anything to crease into smile lines. I don't want anything to move. I'm just gonna fan that out. You can see I have like a little water droplet right there on my cheek. So I'll take my sponge and blend that out because I don't want that to set funky, okay? And I just like, in general, after doing my setting spray, kind of going over the most powdered areas and just kind of pressing that in with a beauty sponge. It's just gonna make the skin look like skin again. Let me obsess close up. Oh bitch, the skin is skinning. I feel like there's a little bit too much distinction with my blush, so I'm going to take a powder and kind of powder over this area to blend that all together because I don't want it to be like a harsh line of sherbet on my skin. Self-awareness is key, ladies. Last but not least, after I do the dewy setting spray to kind of give the face life, I'm gonna go in with the One Size On Till Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray because this is gonna make it so nothing moves, but it also locks in the dewiness that we just did. So it's my favorite way to set my face. Lock in the dewiness and then go in with this and nothing will settle in any fine lines on your face. Like your makeup will look like this for the next 12 hours easy. I specifically go over my smile lines because that's like my main area of concern. Since I lost weight, the smile lines are back.
She has one size. I'm going to use the L'Oreal one where it sets your makeup down. So, okay, let's go.
And there we have the completed face, you guys. This is what I've been wearing for the past month. Like I said, I don't know the last time that I had a makeup routine that I got this many compliments on. Just keep in mind, it's all about using like sheer to medium products and building from scratch. Setting the spots with concealer, then going with a foundation, then a fuller coverage concealer, then a translucent powder, then if you need a full coverage powder on top, but just bits and pieces here and there instead of just slapping on thinking like, oh my God, I need full coverage today, and just doing full coverage foundation, full coverage powder. Like, it's just gonna end up looking cakey and end up making you look older and make your makeup set in places that you don't want it to. But right now, this look, you can still actually see my skin. As surprising as it is, you can still see like, literally, I still have like little sunspots and freckles that you can still see. They're just faint and it's just so feminine and so girly. And I really, really love this routine. I can't believe I'm not wearing anything on my bottom lashes. It's so weird. Oh my God. I almost forgot a step. A white eyeshadow from the Patrick Ta palette on the inner corner of the eye.
Okay, a white eyeshadow. I don't think I have a white eyeshadow. I don't think I do. I had proof. That's not white. Ah, I need a white eyeshadow. Something that I have close to a white is the palette from my girl, Jamie Genevieve. So she goes in with a white eyeshadow.
Matte white eyeshadow right here. Absolutely not. We cannot forget this. And then just slightly bringing that in the inner corner. See the difference that just gave? Again, it's just so feminine and so pretty. That's it. I'm done babbling. I hope that you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I loved filming this literally so much. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you enjoy these products. That's it. I'm going to stop babbling and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.
Well, it's not as pigmented, but we can still figure it out. That is the completed makeup. I'm going to bring you closer. Oh my God, I look. This is from Zoomed In. I think I went ham on my blush, but do you know what? I don't think I care. I can use some powder and just go over it. It looks so freaking girly and pretty. I absolutely love how girly and pretty this looks. I've got no freckles on. I don't have a bronzer on underneath my neck, and I normally would. Oh my God. I need to do this again because it's so freaking pretty, and using stuff, it's just so nice and pretty. I've never done something like this before, like everything just around the eyes. I'm gonna do this again. If Jaclyn Hill comes in contact with the video, thank you so much, girl. It looks so cute. I absolutely freaking love everything on my face. It just looks so cute. If you want to try the look that Jaclyn Hill did, try it, see for yourself. I think she used mascara. She didn't use underneath. I swear she did mascara. So I'm gonna use lip mascara as well because it looks girly, but doesn't look too girly. That just leveled it up. Hope you do enjoy this video. Please give the video a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Hold up. Criminal. Absolutely criminal. I'm back. It's been an hour. I took my hair down and I realized I didn't put on highlighter. I've been so into highlighter again recently. I'm gonna grab the Rare Beauty highlighter in Mesmerize. It's such a beautiful like rose goldy pink. You guys, I love highlighting. It just like takes me back right here. Like specifically, okay? You can't tell me that that does not make you feel some type of way right there. Bitch! Do you see what a tiny amount that is? Like, we're not going ham, okay? Let me take that completely off.
Because after being away, Jaclyn did a pink highlighter. Oh my good grief. So now I need to do one. I need to do one. So yeah, she does a pink highlighter. I'm gonna use this one. This is kind of pink, called Bouquet. And she says only a little bit.
Brush. And then just blend it so it's not like a harsh stripe. Bitch, come on. Sound the alarm, honey. Same highlight right here. Talk shit all you want. I don't give a damn. That nose highlight, I want you to get in on this face. I'm gonna pull you in. I want you to see this complexion up close and personal for what it really is. Here you are in 4K. The complexion is complexioning. All right, that's a wrap. See you in my next one.
There we go. We are done. Look at this face. Let me bring you close. Oh my God, look at it. So feminine, so girly. Ah! Amazing. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!